you be acting like Google. When you have a conversation with Twilla, she be
What
trying
was
to...
your report card?
See right there.
What was your report card?
She always try to cut you off at 2.1. She always try to cut you off.
You can't just say that's an offside 2.1. Anyway, Twilla was trying to cut me off.
I was going to ask you
don't
what
have
time.
transitions.
But just listen.
I don't have time to be listening to you all the time.
Cut me off and answer something.
Because you talk too much.
You know how annoying Google is? If Google was a person, it'd be so annoying. I talk too much.
That's what it is. I just be trying to cut off the length of the sentence. Wow. Smile in your face.
Thinking knew it was coming, did you?
Sure did.
I'm embarrassed. I hate that we said it at the same time. Welcome back, everybody. This is Dion Lack and Maradi. Roddy?
As in Roderick? You calling yourself Roddy now?
Yep. There it is. I'm trying to start over. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. This is Twills, and this right here is Roddy. Roderick Lacking, to be exact. But y'all can call me Dion Lack. We got Twills over here with the Apple computer. She is trying to get cuter with her makeup on her face because she is racist. You got blackface on, yo. You was light skinned earlier today. You just put it on the whole face of black people. That's what happened? That's what it is. Welcome back, everybody. This is another fantastic episode of Random Ass Conversations with none other than
Twilla and Dion.
/__ Dion Lack, y'all.
Welcome. Hi, everyone. How's your day, homie? How's it been?
I'm good, man. You know, recording's at midnight, you know, as usual.
It's at midnight.
Yeah.
You know, some of us can't do regular day.
Yeah. Some of us, as in you.
I mean, you know.
How was your day, man?
It was good. It was a good day. I was on set today. I'm in the production office. Let me tell you.
No.
It was freezing. We just moved into this building. It doesn't have like central air or heat. And I was like, somebody's going to get us a space heater today. I don't care if you're allowed to have one on set or not. I was mad at myself because in my head I was like, hey, just grab your electric blanket because you know it could be cold on set. This is why you have it.
But can I say you always are cold though?
This is facts, but other people were cold in the office. I bought a frozen meal. Our fridge, we had to send back, so we didn't have a fridge to put it in, and we didn't have a microwave to cook it. My frozen meal was still frozen when I came back. So from... I guess I was in the office around 11 a.m. and I finished there at 7 p.m. That just lets you know how cold it was. And
I was mostly women in the office? All women. All women are always cold, man.
But when I got in the car and I turned my heat straight on so I could thaw out. I sat in there a little bit before I came up here to the studio. I just sat in there trying to like get feeling back in my extremities. Okay. But other than that, it was a great day. I feel good. It was a good day.
All right.
Yeah, man.
That's fantastic to hear. What you got on the docket today?
What we got on the docket, let me tell you. People really be believing everything they see on the internet.
I do.
You do? You one of them?
I believe that Abraham Lincoln said the internet's going to be the new wave of, macaroni and cheese.
You think Abraham Lincoln referenced the internet?
Why wouldn't he? I went to Snopes and they said it was true. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so I guess, okay. So on TikTok, this man posted a beautiful picture of like mountains and him standing in front of mountains. And he labeled it, you could do your geotag. He said he was in North Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina to be exact. He actually took this picture in the Swiss Alps. So in Switzerland, in Europe.
So was he almost off or he's completely off?
Switzerland in Europe.
Right.
Gastonia, North Carolina, in the south of the USA.
Well, I was trying to say, was it the same name? Like
Swiss Alps, Gastonia, North Carolina. It's not the same. There's nothing.
Right. I'm just trying to find the similarities.
They purposely do. It's a thing where TikTokers purposely misname where
That's
they
the
are.
premise right
Yeah.
there.
So
you go.
they purposely mistag where they are to be funny.
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
And they were in that picture in Switzerland was Lauterbrunnen, whatever.
Okay.
And so this young girl was traveling with her family. She's from Florida. She was traveling with her family in South Carolina. She saw the picture on TikTok. She was like, yo, we got to go here.
Right.
It's in North Carolina.
Love it.
Can we please go? And her people were like, oh, yeah, that is gorgeous. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Was it out the way?
Yes. Charleston is not close to.
Oh, boy.
It's on the opposite side. Like, Shelby's like 20 minutes from Gastonia. And I promise you, like, you might see Crowder's Mountain from Gastonia, which is a hill. Mm-hmm. There's a city called Kings Mountain right outside of Gastonia, but there's no mountain. So like basically she went to Gastonia and was sorely disappointed.
Yeah.
And people are kind of like, well, that's on you, dummy. You should have done some research. But other people are like, man, he's so foul for labeling the video, labeling his photo like that. And I think she actually talked to the dude and was like, the guy who posted it was TikToker, 22-year-old Zachary Keese, who felt bad about the whole situation. He said, I was sorry. Keese actually lives in Durham, so, he's from North Carolina. But he has 5.7 million views. And one of them is called Not North Carolina Videos. So it's a series that he does, Not North Carolina. So it's funny, but at the same time, you would think like, oh, that's gorgeous. Right. Why have I never heard of this? Let's see what else they have in Gastonia, North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But when you click on geotags, you typically see the similarities of a certain location. Yeah. But it feels something like, you see in sand in the Egyptian Sphinx and all of a sudden you see green. It's like, man, something's off about this. Right. But also it's not his responsibility, because I lie about a lot of things that I have on geotags. Because sometimes you don't want to tell people your exact location.
Right. And that's a thing that people actually do. Like a lot of like these influencers, especially the people who are like, let me show you how I got 1 million followers and I'm now a millionaire. Like they'll post all these like exotic trips, but they might do like a day at a hotel and do a whole photo shoot to give it different looks. And now you think they're over here like in the Bahamas and in Seychelles and in Tanzania. Like you just think they're on the Amalfi Coast, like just in resorts this whole time. Right. But they paid money and they're purposely tagging this so you could buy into the hype that they're
That's a great idea, man. Hold on, man. Can I give a great idea?
Go ahead.
What if it was a resort specifically for
Instagram
fake locations, and it's like 40 different like Instagram stopping grounds that have like Dubai, Brazil.
Oh man,
it's like a little photo shoot, and it's like it really soups up that little area.
And you have like a window that has like the green screen, like the was it the Eiffel Tower in the background?
Yeah,
and you just look. You're like, man,
that's dope.
You like,
that's dope. give us about. Let me see how much square footage I would say. About like 2,800 square feet. No, not 28. Not 28. Yeah, 2,800 square feet.
Yeah, 28.
And then
twice the size?
Yeah, and then just kind of like
each wall.
Sand. No, they use because if you're doing some sort of like
a corner or something.
Yeah, corner. If you want to kind of walk with it, you can kind of show people like the trees in the background. So you can't just be like stuck in one area. So you gotta walk with it so it shows like you actually there.
When you change it out like weekly or every 2 weeks, so you just give people a This week we're in Dubai. Next week we're on the Amalfi Coast. Then we're gonna be in the Caribbean somewhere.
A whole bunch of sets. Even have the airplane too.
Yeah, like you've seen the one with the washer. Have you seen the one where they have like the front loading washer? That's fun, you or sometimes I think it's usually a front loading washer. You can just use the door and then you could put like a little make it look like it's the airplane window, so you could put like something in there, a picture, clouds or something to make it like you're in the sky, and then like neck pillow, you look like you're traveling. People have too much time on their hands. We're faking it over here. Like, and I think like that's a thing. Like you have to remember these things when you're like comparing your life to people online, because you're just like,
what if? I mean, just imagine if you start getting sponsors and endorsements, and every time you post pictures, you get like $10,000, and you're like, man, I don't want to drive to Vegas to take this picture at the Eiffel Tower. Let me just find me a green screen with this T-shirt. Just fake it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business model for some people. I understand it, but I just think the users of the internet have to be more careful with what they buy into. In this case, like the dude made Gaston look real good. But just like, I just think about like the gas money that family wasted on going up there.
That is not his responsibility.
It's not his responsibility, but I'm just like, been smarter. That's what I'm saying. Be smart.
And she's dumb enough to upload and tell the story. That's dumb. Like if I get burnt by something, I'm not like, man, guess how I got burnt? Ma'am, you're the problem.
Well, maybe she was like, don't go to Gastonia, guys. It's not the Swiss Alps.
Nope, somebody must, because no one else would do that. They would know that, hey, let me Google where exactly it is. Hey, this is something odd. This don't even look like this. There's no other pictures that match this. Like, you're the fool. It's like somebody saying, hey, don't drive to Vegas, man. They are not giving away free money at the Bellagio. This dude lied to me. You drove to 4 hours? Yeah, he said
if I go to the Bellagio, they were giving out $200,000.
If I had a shirt that says Green Bay sucks,
here's my shirt,
and I went there,
there's no money.
Why would you think? First of all, why would you think it'll still be there 4 hours later? Did
you see the tag? No, it's like also like you see some tags and you're like, yo, like when people share news and you're like, this date clearly says 2 years ago.
That's funny, yeah.
Like, it used to be like some year, like the same celebrity dies every year, so people be like, oh no, rest in peace. And you just be like, I thought they died. And you look at it and you're like,
yeah, this was old. Remember the dude from Different World? I thought he died recently. Like he died like 4 years ago, Tina. The sergeant.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man,
not sergeant. Lou Gaines he played Lou Gaines because Colonel Taylor's alive and kicking. But yeah, the other dude,
he's not a sergeant.
No.
Okay.
I know that piece of history. Yeah. Glenn Turman is still with us.
Who was somebody that died that you thought they died already?
Louis
Armstrong.
No, Louis who just died.
Louis Anderson.
And I think the only reason I knew he was still alive was like Coming to America came out.
Oh, he was.
And so when I saw Coming to America, I was like, oh yeah. And then when they said they announced his passing this past week, I was like, wait, didn't he die? And then I read that he was like, he was in Coming to America. I was like, he wasn't Coming to America. So
you get him confused with John Candy, right?
No.
You just really thought he just got killed off.
I mean, I think when I was younger, I was getting confused with John Candy, but no, now at this point, it's just he was gone.
You know who I thought was dead before they was dead? Maya Angelou.
Oh man.
Yeah, because that name was so so Black History-ish.
Yeah.
So I always thought
you always recite her poems.
Right. So like, yeah, there's no way she's around there with Shirley Chisholm. Shirley Chisholm.
Ooh, you got it out though.
Yeah, I had a little Shirley Caesar.
Let him use you.
Yeah. And then it was like Maya Angelou, the Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X's, and Arthur Ashe. You hear all them names together, you be like, yeah, she's definitely dead.
It's usually like those old historic people that people just come around and be like, wait, they still alive? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know Harry Belafonte.
Is still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Belafonte. That's a name that's like.
He been around since the beginning of the time.
Because he was with Sammy Davis Jr. and who's the guy who just died? Sidney Poitier. Yeah. Because is the Rat Pack still alive? Any of them? You don't know who the Rat Pack is, do you?
Frank Sinatra.
You just said one name. You said that with confidence. Like, who was Ninja Turtles? Raphael.
Yeah.
Anybody else? You don't know what the Rat Pack is?
I was thinking the Rap Pack.
Jesus Christ.
The Rat Pack.
But I know the Rat Pack was the original Ocean's 11.
Dean Martin. I did know Dean Martin was in there. I don't know Joey Bishop.
Gone.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Gone.
And Peter Lawford.
Gone. I'm just killing these people off. I don't know the last two.
Just assuming.
Yeah. Also, when they did the reboot of Ocean's 8 with the girls, they really thought that's that movie series is gonna take off because they was already preparing.
Yeah, to come through disrespectful
for 8,
with the women.
9, and 10. They was already prepared. Like, okay, since we already have Ocean's 11, we about to hit them with the 8, and then we get a 9, and then we get a 10, and now we got a series of 8, 9, 10.
They can still do it. It wasn't bad.
The fact that you had no confidence in saying it was good lets me know that it wasn't great. It wasn't. It didn't stand out. It had some powerful, incredible women involved. Kate Blanchett and Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My girl Cardi was in there.
Cardi B?
Was she in there? Now you got me questioning.
No.
Who was it?
Cardi was in there. It was Rihanna, right?
Rihanna was in there. Aquafina. Well, I think
it was another black girl. I can't think who it was though.
My bad. I was really excited. Well, no, I feel like she was who's the person who was like the star that they were coming
to? Two of them. It was
not the star, like in the plot.
Oh, the villain.
In the plot, they were like, we got to use so and so to go with.
It was Kim Pilek, the girl from Office.
Yeah. Okay, Cardi B wasn't in there. I was really excited.
What's the other? She's not technically black. She's Indian. Like Kampala. She was in The Office.
Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, Cardi. I was really excited because the transition I had was going to Cardi, so I had just stuck her in there.
Have you seen Fast 9? Mm-mm. She was in Fast 9.
Yeah.
They trying to set something up with that.
Fast 9. I think we talked about this. I couldn't watch it after Paul Walker passed, that last one with Paul Walker.
It's been a long day.
I hate that song, by the way.
Why?
It's sad, and because of Paul Walker and how it's a sad song, and it still goes strong on the radio. You turn on the radio, I'm like, why are we trying to depress people today?
Let me tell you something though. This is I'm gonna stay on this, but I have to say this: Wiz Khalifa was that rapper that I thought he was gonna fall off. I thought Black and Yellow was just gonna be his one-hit wonder. And he just kept coming out with features and hits.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off.
I remember. Oh, no. It wasn't with.
No faith in him.
He came out around the same time as Fetty Wap, right? Because I feel like I was like doing like travel or something for some shows that they were on, and I remember being like, Fetty Wap, Fetty, who is this? And then being like, Wiz Khalifa, like this is like before they blew up. I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah. Somebody else I can picture. Kid Cudi came out at the same time too. I think this was around the time where, like 2008. Cause I do remember loving Day and Night.
Day and Night was a dope song.
And then Birthday Sex I had that whole little mixtape. All them songs was on there.
Well, speaking of songs,
okay,
there was a song that was stuck in your head.
Oh yes.
That you had the wrong words all wrong to.
Yeah. So you ever had a song that you always say in your head that you always kind of like try to so anytime I hear somebody say, "Did you know?" I'm always saying this cadence in my head. It's like, "But did you know? Oh, when it's no." So I'm talking about like 10 years of doing that. What did you know? So by me saying that so often, I just found out that that's not the lyrics at all.
Yeah,
it's not. Did you know? When it snows? I tried to Google that. Guess what popped up? Seal. Did you know? When it snows, my eyes become larger. So I'm like, oh man, maybe these are not the lyrics at all. So I had to ask several people.
With the same, repeating the same lyrics. I'm like, wait.
Right.
I know this song.
Yeah.
But that can't be the words.
Yeah. It's not. It's not. It wasn't the song at all.
Do we know what song he's talking about now, y'all? Do we know?
You had to ask. You had to get reinforcements.
No, because first of all, I'm trash with songs, but I was like, I can't. And so my sister, I was like sitting with my sister. I was like, oh yes, by the way, Dion has this song. I can't even get the rhythm right now. Let's call him, and he did it. And she just was like, what?
Yeah.
But she found, like, she knew it. She was like, it's the song Major Lazer, Lean On.
Need somebody to lean on. Yeah, here we go.
That's the.
Do you recall not long ago when you walked on the sidewalk?
Way off.
Remember, all we did was care for each other.
You gotta cut off or get flagged.
Well, yeah. But the words, do you recall not long ago?
But do you recall?
Not long ago?
Do you recall? Not long ago.
We would walk on the sidewalk.
We'll walk on the sidewalk together. Right?
Innocent, remember?
Nah, you go for it. You try to do it.
This ain't my
Come on, man. Don't give up on yourself.
This ain't
Let's
my
see
story.
What you got. Let's see. Even though you got the lyrics right in your face, let's see if you can stay on beat.
Do you recall? Not long ago, we would walk on. Walk on the sidewalk.
Wow!
I told you this was not my thing. You just wanted to embarrass me
no,
in front of the people.
Yes, so play it again.
You just said we get flagged.
No, cause just that part. We'll walk on the sidewalk together, and then I want you to repeat that with the lyric with the song off, cause I need for you to learn how to stay on beat. Come on, Twills. We believe in you. Here we go. Yo.
Do you recall? Not long ago, we would walk on the sidewalk.
Pause it.
Well, I had to
Okay,
get
now
to
go
other
for it.
tabs. Do you recall? Not long ago, we'd walk on the sidewalk.
Okay. Well, no.
This isn't about me.
We never know. We'll walk on the sidewalk.
We walk on the sidewalk.
I don't know why you're.
I am not a rapper.
That's not what rappers.
I am not a person that needs to know rhythm beat like that. Just as long as I can dance on it,
Nope.
I can do like this on it.
You can-
I'm not ever spitting hot fire on wax. Yeah.
Singers, man. This is clearly a singing song. What are you talking about?
She's sing rapping.
Do you recall? That is,
You
I have never seen Jay-Z do that.
seen Beyonce do it.
Jesus Christ, yo. You are not staying on the subject of singing versus rapping.
I said it was a combination. It was merged in together.
That is not
sing
rapping.
Sing rapping.
That's not rapping.
Sing talking is sing rapping.
Okay. So what is the title of that? Sip hop? Sing hop?
Sing hop. Let's go with that.
Sing hop.
I don't have to know how to do it.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, I'm not a rapper, but you know who is? Cardi B. I knew I was going to get my transition in. She did that.
Transitioning over.
But I have been slightly fascinated about this defamation case that Cardi's been. She's been in the process for like the past 3 years of suing this blogger or going back and forth with this blogger, Tasha K.
This defamation is defecation.
Okay.
I just wanted to use that.
Well, thank you for that. And Tasha K basically is a gossip. She has a gossip YouTube channel. She spends a lot of videos talking about like different celebrities gossip. Spend a lot of energy talking about Cardi B. Cardi was like, I'm taking you to court. She first sent a cease and desist. Homegirl never stopped.
Oh, what?
And she was, and she kept posting. Eventually they made it to court. Cardi was suing her for defamation. She said that, you know, these accusations and things that she said really messed with her self-esteem, made her not want to sleep with her husband, got her really depressed. She had to start seeking therapy and things like that. And she was saying like, hey, Cardi used to be a prostitute. Cardi used to do drugs. Cardi has herpes and other STIs, and just blatantly saying this. And it was also stated, this girl, Tasha K, stated in court on record that she knows that some of that stuff was made up. She eventually took it back when she was cross-examined. But anyway, Cardi won. The court went in favor. Cardi won at least 1.3, possibly up to $4 million total, that Tasha would have to repay.
That's gas money for the jet.
And so Tasha put out a statement today and was like, this was meant to drain me financially, and it did not, and I'm going to appeal it. Y'all are not coming for my rights, my First Amendment rights to say what I want to say. This big machine is trying to take me out, but with God by my side,
And then the bullshit.
we will win this thing even if it takes years.
Hey.
So the girl is on video saying, there's an actual video, actual video of Tasha saying
That she's not in the wrong, or she is in the wrong.
this is
fake. And guess what? Because I knew it was motherfucking fake, guess what? I still made that shit go motherfucking viral, okay?
she
Why would
said
you lie? But how are you going to reverse it if you literally say, I know this was fake?
so she's saying I can say what I want. This is my First Amendment right.
But it's a defamation of character. She understands how that works.
Right. Is it saying like you can say whatever you want? Like people think like First Amendment mean I can say something without consequences. You can say whatever you want, but you might have to face that consequence. If you tell, like, there's rules about defamation and libel, and in this case, you defamed this person and you lost. Like and because you went on record and said, even if I knew it was a lie, I still made it go viral. So I don't know what part of the suit she's trying to win, but do we feel like do we feel like this judgment is against the First Amendment? Like our freedom to free speech.
What you said it. You said it as clear as day. You can say what you want. You just have to suffer the consequences, good or bad. If it's hurting someone else, that's a problem. That's why a lot of people from the January 6th thing is going down for what they posted and what they said. With Donald Trump starting to get a little heat for encouraging, inciting the riot.
That's his words, yeah.
Right. Also, the whole Fox News, they be just talking a bunch of stuff. So she might go that angle, that direction.
Yeah.
Because Fox News be saying all types of stuff. It's like, yeah, you can now cure your coronavirus if you gargle peroxide,
right?
Cigarette ashes and mustard.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, like you can. She said so. Tasha K also said like she had evidence that Cardi wasn't feeling these feelings. She wasn't distraught. She wasn't. I'm like, how do you have evidence if she said I went to a therapist? So intentional, like you intentionally caused somebody pain was kind of the argument that you knowingly caused this pain was the argument that was used. But I kind of feel like, as one commenter said, if delusional was a person, like, how are you coming back to say that you were wrong?
Yeah.
I don't, but this brought in, so when you were saying that, like it's like January 5th and inciting riots, how do you feel about like I don't know if you're aware of the law, like Jay-Z and Kelly Rowland, they're fighting in New York trying to get a law passed where you can't use rappers' lyrics as like evidence.
How do I feel about that?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
How is that different than?
Well, for a crime, because a lot of crimes are, a lot of raps are kind of fabricated. A lot of the stuff that they say is loosely based. A lot of times rappers say things that's kind of like, this is a perfect rhyme, so I have to kind of say red shirt, call them in the head, and it's I ironically that had happened, so I'm going to put myself in that situation. There's a rapper. I just thought about this. I can't think of his name, but he put himself in the crew of when Tupac got killed, and the I think the name of the song is called "Tupac Has to Die," and he was putting himself as it's called "Tupac Has to Die," and he was putting himself as the person that got his chain snatched. He got beat up, and he was like, "You know what, dude? Tupac did this to me. He has to die." So it's a dope song, but you can't say that. So you killed Tupac? It's like,
right.
No, I put myself in the story.
I guess because they're storytellers. It's in a narrative.
Right.
If you like, I killed 3 mil, and I'm not talking about bills, but I'm talking about Bill.
Yeah.
Yo, that was dope, right?
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Look at me.
Triple entendre. Yeah.
Clearly none of that happened.
Nah, we holding you accountable for that. We gotta check on somebody named Bill.
Yeah. So I get it. That's a good point. I think people in this day and age, and it goes back to internet, like you kind of have to be smart. Like you can't. Homegirl, like Tasha K, going back to Tasha K, she built her whole identity, her whole YouTube presence.
Say whole.
Not on being a gossip blogger.
Okay.
Some people get into that life and be like, well, I found somebody who said she was friends with Cardi, so I'm gonna just let her talk, which is an actual video of like this girl talking, and there's no like fact checking, no like pushing against. She's just letting homegirl talk. And so like, but then feels, because this is what they do, they're like, well, I'm a journalist. And it's like, nah, boo-boo, I need you to understand the definition of a journalist.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you built this platform, you think you're doing news, but you're really just like doing like he said, she said. Like,
so if you have a powerful platform, like the Breakfast Club, and somebody comes on the Breakfast Club and they are an expert on relationships, and they give some sort of bogus advice on how to treat a man, and all the men is like, no, we don't want that. This is out of control. Like, no, don't tell them that. Should the Breakfast Club, like, hey, we should have fact checked before we brought you on, or it's like, we can't control what this guy says.
I think it depends on what the topic is. Like something like that, that's an opinion. But if it was like somebody came on the Breakfast Club, like,
I used to date Jennifer.
I was gonna go more with like, this is how you invest money, and they just tell you, because the Breakfast Club does a lot of stuff for pull literacy interviews, and if those people were like, actually, like, you find out that's very illegal, you should never do that, then I think those producers should have been held accountable. Like, yes, we should have done more fact checking. We should have actually seen like who all he helped, that type of thing.
Right.
Versus like, I just wrote a book. It's called Ladies How to Get a Man. There's no facts behind that type of a book. Right.
But also, you could be on there promoting an album, and then someone asks you some relationship advice, and they didn't know that was coming up.
Yeah.
It could be like, hey, you here promoting your book, your book's status updates, man. How's everything going? The writing process has been amazing. Me and my ex-girlfriend, Jennifer Love Hewitt is. Yeah. We used to date. It was inspired by her.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Absolutely.
So you dated Jennifer Love Hewitt. Was this after Party of Five?
No. This was like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay.
Sort of
wow.
thing.
Wow. Tell me, what was that like? Like, how was Jennifer?
Jennifer, ironically, is not a great kisser.
What?
But she has odor from her butt.
Whoa!
But that's a whole different story.
Whoa. Jennifer has butt odor. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How did you deal with that? Like, did you ever tell her? Does she know? Is this the first time her hearing? Hey. How do you deal with somebody with odor from the posterior?
But yeah. That's that. No one knew that, so now that's gonna be news. Yeah. It's like, yo, why you let them say they on the Breakfast Club? We don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't say we fact check it.
Right. So I guess it's like, what did the intended person come on? Yeah. So it's like, we didn't bring them on to talk about that, so that's defamation on their part. But we have nothing to do with that. Right. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, and to tie it in with being blindsided by the guy who asked Ari Lennox that story.
Yeah.
So it in a nutshell, Ari Lennox, I don't know the lyrics, I haven't looked it up, haven't done the research, but a guy used her lyrics against her and asked a question, and it caught her off guard. I think it was something like, is
anyone effing you good?
But I don't know how she used it in the song, but she was like, what? Wait, what?
Because that's such a strong, question to ask anybody in conversation. Yeah. Like, we're in an interview, so, especially if you're not knowing it's that type of interview, right. It's not called hard-hitting sex questions or whatever. It was just right. So, she's like, whoa, calm down. With him, and he's like, well, it's in your song.
Right. So I think Charlamagne was saying that if he had to ask that question, he should have set it up by saying, hey, man, I love the track, Butterfly Kisses. One of the verses that you said was, being upside down like a bookshelf. I love me some self. And I finally got somebody that can F me good. Yo, that hit different. Me and my wife at home love that part. Oh, thank you. Now she's on board. Yeah. It was like, so we have to ask, how was that inspired by?
Yeah.
Is somebody, is somebody come on,
Yeah, absolutely. It did come out of left field. It reminds me of that video I forget what country, but the guy was like, "Why are you gay?" And if you haven't seen the video, it's he was talking to a gay rights LGBTQ TIA gay activist, and that was the first question he came with.
Yeah, and it wasn't and it wasn't like a jumping into the conversation. It was like we are here with Chicago mayor from the South Side. How are you doing? I'm good. Why are you gay?
It's like, what?
Yeah, it was. She was like, who? You are gay.
He's like, that is not what I came here for. I just need this snippet, but there's a whole video here.
But the funny.
In the studio this morning, one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian
Sure.
Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
Who says I'm gay? Why would you? They both said bogus things.
No, that's a good question because
you don't have to be gay to be gay, right?
Right, you don't have to. Yeah, you could be an ally. So the question is, why would you say I'm gay? Like, period, point blank. Like, he just assumed, but bruh.
He said gay so hard, like it was like atheists. We are here with the gay right activists. Can I call you Mister?
Somebody made a good point. They were like, the reason this is so funny is because he's not trying to be hateful. He just really does not understand what's going on. Like, he's so out of touch. Like somebody's grandpa or uncle, but you just like, yo, that's harmful. You should not come. Let's learn.
Because my cousin texted me and said, answer this question.
But he sat down and thought about like that. Like,
why are you gay?
I gotta ask the hard hitting questions. Mm-hmm. This is for ratings. The people want to know.
Yeah. Who said I'm gay? You are gay. I needed to hear the whole thing. Because what do you say after that? Why are you black?
Well, I was born this way.
You gotta say, who said I'm black? You are black. Who told you I was black? You were black.
Oh, man. Yeah. Stupid. Yes.
I gotta watch the whole thing because I need to know, how do you respond after that. Anyway, what else you got? What?
It's on you.
How's on me? Oh,
we pre-talked this out.
Yep. I want to see how smart you are.
Oh Lord.
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
I'm not.
Am I smarter than a fifth grader?
Why are you gay? All right, I'm looking it up right now. But I need for you to tell me.
Mom, I just want you to know that you're calling me at this exact moment. That's why I'm not answering.
It is midnight.
Yep.
What type of life she living, man? What is happening right now in North Carolina? She's like, I gotta call my baby right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I think I got it. 7. What is the 7 states that's touching Missouri?
What the? Hold on. Okay. Missouri. Let me get over there. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Hold on.
What is the 7 states that is touching Missouri?
All right. So you have Kansas. You have Texas. No? Does Texas?
No, I'm not saying you're off, but
we have.
You said Kansas and what?
I said Kansas. Hold on. I have to do this. Kansas, Illinois. You got to tell me if I'm right.
Kansas and Illinois, you're right.
Okay. We have Jesus, I don't know. We have Tennessee.
I lied. It's 8.
Jesus.
So you're right about Kansas, Illinois, and what'd you say?
Tennessee.
Yep, 3.
Okay, and then
Did you just nervously swallow?
oh man, Texas.
No.
No.
You are
Oklahoma.
full of disappointment right now.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
Okay. I got 4.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Colorado?
No.
No, I'm too far.
Yeah.
And I only said that because I remember in St. Louis I saw a mileage sign to Denver.
I got inspired by this question of watching Ozark, and it was like we gotta get somebody from all the states just touching this.
Arkansas?
Yep.
So that's 5.
No, you said Kansas.
I said Kansas. I said Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I said Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
I said Tennessee.
That's 4.
And then Arkansas.
5.
And then Mississippi? Question mark? I'm trying to dip how low it go. No? Louisiana? No. I'm on the south side, southeast side of it.
Nope.
Okay.
Let me know when you give up.
No, I got
You getting
2
close.
more.
No, you don't.
I have 3 more.
You got 5 up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iowa? Now I'm just guessing. I don't even think Iowa's over there.
Are you giving up?
Iowa?
Yep.
Okay. Kentucky?
Yep. One more.
Jesus. This hurts.
Nothing has Mon in it.
Okay. There's a state with mine.
What?
Tana.
Montana.
But no, it's not that one. It's another one I'm thinking of. Minnesota?
I think you gotta say them again for me.
Jesus.
You should have wrote it down.
Yes.
Because you're bouncing all over the
Okay.
place. So.
All right. So I said Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Well, he did it. But one more. Good job, Twills.
I'm looking at this.
You just Google a map.
No. Denver is not there. So it's not Colorado. It's not Wyoming. Where are we? There's a panhandle. Nebraska? No. Nebraska?
What is the
Nebraska by any
It
chance?
is. You did
Okay.
it. Wow. Wow.
Yo, that was hard.
Wow. Congratulations, yo. I
Am I
would've
smarter
never
than
got-
a 5th grader?
Wow. Wow. I thought that was gonna stop you.
Yeah, okay. That feels good. All right.
That is impressive. I thought that was going to hit you with the you could.
The only state that always takes me out in real talk is Minnesota. I always forget it's a state. Whenever I do like those fill in the map things, I always forget Minnesota. Like I will have all 49. I'd be like, what is this state? And I'm gonna try to. I remember it now by saying, "Don't you know?" Like Bobby's World. His mom was from.
Don't you know? She's from Minnesota?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I'm hopefully from this point out, I'm going to remember all 50.
If I'm trying to cut back on sugar, what is a drink that I could have? It's a joke.
What?
I'm writing a joke in my head right now.
Oh, okay.
If I'm trying to cut back on sugar, what drink would you prefer for me to drink?
If I'm running out of time,
It's along these lines of what we just did.
what?
It's
What is happening?
I'm writing it. It's a punchline, dude. Just give up if you don't. You don't have to know it, smart ass.
I don't get
You
it.
don't have to know
What
the answer.
are
Just say
you asking?
what.
What is the question?
What type? I'm changing it. What type of drink would you prefer if I was trying to cut back on sugary drinks?
Unsweet tea.
A Minnesota.
Woo!
I was trying to word it. A Minnesota.
Oh my gosh.
You like it? No? A Minnesota?
The setup took so long.
I couldn't figure
can't even appreciate
I couldn't figure out how to write it.
It would have been good.
You said what? She said, what?
What do you drink? It should have been like, what do you drink when you're cutting back on sugar?
But I don't know if I
Or
should
what
say,
can you drink when cutting back on sugar?
but I was trying to think, should I say it to include the state?
Yeah.
Like, in what state of mind should I, to make it feel like a state? A Minnesota.
I'm trying to think. What's the Minneapolis? So kind of like what
Is
type
Minneapolis in Minnesota?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Can't be.
Minneapolis,
I think-
St. Paul, and Rochester are the three biggest cities.
In Minnesota?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Huh. I thought that was in Illinois for some reason.
I didn't laugh.
What's in without looking it up? Give me 2 cities in Montana. Cause you always forget about it.
I forget about Minnesota. Montana. Is it Billings?
Idiot.
I don't know.
Why?
Montana.
Why?
City.
Why don't we know this stuff?
Billings and Missoula are the two biggest. So I named one.
Why didn't you say Helena? You know what I'm saying? What about Wyoming? Why don't we know these capitals?
Wyoming, the capital of Wyoming is Cheyenne.
That is correct. Man, screw you and your public schooling.
You went to public school
I didn't know
too.
any of this.
You went to public school
Let's
too.
cancel the show. This will be our last episode of Random Ass Conversations.
Listen, I'm gonna stop blaming Dayton one day because I know it's just you not paying attention in school.
Say what?
You should have been one of those kids in the what type of school is that? The Montessori schools where you get to learn differently.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't have structured stuff. You just kind of pick up learning throughout whatever activities they have you doing. Because you weren't having it at the desk. Dion was in his own head writing stories as a kid or something. Because
you too. I be asking you questions. You be just like, Dion's about to say this. You be acting like Google. When you have a conversation with Twilla, she be
what
trying
was
to
your report card?
See right there.
What was your report card?
She always try to cut you off at 2.1. She always try to cut you off.
You can't just say that's an offside 2.1. Anyway, Twilla was trying to cut me off.
Like I'd be like, "Hey, yo, Twills, what time? 3:00." I'm like, "What was I about to say?" Well, we were talking about. No, we're off that. I was gonna ask you.
You don't
what
have
time.
transitions.
But just listen.
I don't have
But
time to be listening to you all the time.
Cut me off and answer
Because you
something.
talk too much.
You know how annoying
You
Google is. If Google was a
talk
person, it'd
too
be so
much.
annoying. I talk too much.
That's what it is. I just be trying to cut off the length of the sentence.
Wow.
Smile in your face.
Thinking. Knew it was coming, did you?
Sure did. Oh, God.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I hate that we said it at the same time. Am I that predictable?
Oh, gosh.
Damn it. Wow.
To be fair, we've been friends for a long time.
I hate that you picked up on that. I'm embarrassed. It is midnight.
You know what else you say?
What?
I said no cheese.
And clearly I've asked for cheese. Be applesauce.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
was
don't
funny.
know where that's from. Oh, that's from Menace to Society. Oh no, but I say it reverse. It's like, can I get a double Whopper with cheese? Like some nuggets. Nigga, I said with cheese. We supposed to be brothers.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
That's enough, funny. Man. Yeah, man.
What you going on Netflix for? What you doing? You about to watch them on Netflix?
We
just getting started. Okay, that makes sense. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for this amazing episode of Random Ass Conversations with Twilla and Dion. I might bring in a random ass question at the end of the episode.
That'd be fun.
Just to kind of see if you know these types of things. I think it'd be fun. Cause I was blown away, and it was like, we got to get to 7. It's 8.
8.
So we gotta get a bigger lead of all the 8 states around us. I was like, 8. I was like, Missouri is touching that many states? I looked it up. I said, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, is this the cornerstone of the hangout spot?
Speaking of Ozark, let me tell you, this meme cracks me up all the time.
Yeah. That's funny.
Of Justin Timberlake, young Justin Timberlake.
Right. I'm gonna tell my kids that this is Ruth from Ozark. You know what's funny, dude? Ozark is based off of like 3 years, but it was shot in like a 5-year time span. These children are getting old.
They're grown.
And this dude is clearly 18. Tall as all get out. Little boy that on season 1, he started off 11.
Yeah.
But he's 18 now.
They don't ever fast forward.
No.
I'm like,
Can't
I
fast
got
forward, man.
I got stuck to season 2. I need to watch. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. I saw our view count went up last week. I saw that. I appreciate you. Until next time.
Toodaloo.